Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Season 4, Episode 4, Eggtown.
I have no idea.
Town of Eggs.
What that could mean.
I actually don't know what Eggtown means either. I assume it's what a town is known as, like the Windy City. But I don't know what town... Or Eggtown is like a town, but it's like a one-horse town. But not that, because it's full of eggs. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Should have looked it up before we did this episode, but I forgot.
I mean, we'll find out in this episode.
Yeah, presumably. All right. Very briefly, what happened last time? Saeed.
It was a Saeed episode.
It was a Saeed flash forward.
Yeah.
So we know that he gets off the island. And
he's one of the... What is it? What are they calling him? The Oceanic Six?
Yes, the Oceanic Six, of which we know...
3 of them. 4?
Four.
4 now. Yeah, 4. Sorry.
Saeed makes 4.
Yeah. And he was... Oh, yeah, he was playing golf by himself, and you see him, like, on this course. And then this other dude comes up to him in a caddy, and, like, he shoots him, basically. Saeed shoots him.
We find that Saeed is killing people for some
Ben.
kind of... Yeah, we think it's like a hitman thing, and then later we find out he's working for Ben.
Yeah, and he's like a spy for Ben.
Mm-hmm.
But the Economist was like, he was spying on this woman who was also spying on him.
Yes.
He was trying to kill her boss, who is the Economist, but we don't know who it is.
We don't know who she worked for, who his target was. But we
they
do
were
know
both
that
spies.
she knew the whole time.
Yeah, they were both spying on each other.
Also, I didn't mention in the episode itself, but she's a little similar to Shannon's build and height and hair. So when he had to kill her like that, it was like doubly rough for him because he's, trying to replace Shannon in a way, and then it happened again, and yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was last time. This time, Eggtown, and he. I'm not gonna ask who you think whose episode is, because how could you know? But flip a coin: flash forward or a flashback?
I'll say flashback this time.
Okay. All right. Well, let's find out. But first, you at home, don't forget, this is not a market substitute. Be sure to support the official release, and if you want, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/awkwardmafia. There's a link in the description and a little square at the end of the video.
Somewhere here.
Around there somewhere. I always crop this differently, so it's never in the same spot, but you get it. Let's watch.
These are the last 2 eggs.
From my own bookshelf.
Help you pass the time.
I've already read it.
You might catch something you missed the second time around.
You keep hitting dead ends. You couldn't find the cabin. You can't make contact with Jacob. You're so desperate to figure out what to do next. You're even asking me for help. So here we are, just like old times. Except I'm locked in a different room. And you're more lost than you ever were.
Ayo. Roll credits.
Excellent, John. You're evolving.
Done with your breakfast?
He didn't even eat anything.
Yeah, like one little slice of cantaloupe. Every time.
What a waste of food, Jonathan.
Those are the last 2 eggs.
So after I kick out Hugo.
I'm not moving in with you, James.
Well, then why did you stay?
That's none of your business.
What?
This is about the pregnancy.
Go home.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, when she said that they thought she might be pregnant, he said, let's hope you're not. It's like...
I mean, to be fair, she might die if she is.
Yeah, but that's not why he said it.
Yeah.
Is there a back entrance?
Yeah, but you're going in the front door with your head held high, okay?
The People versus Catherine Ann Austin.
The People?
Arthur Galzathrone presiding.
Why? That's a kid episode. Jesus Christ. God
Catherine Ann Austin, you were charged with fraud, arson.
She's
assault
actually
on a
going to
federal
trial.
officer, assault with a deadly weapon, grand larceny, grand theft auto, and murder in the first degree.
Damn.
Miss Austin, how do you plead?
Is this a flash forward? I think it's a flash forward.
Not guilty.
But yeah, this would have to happen if she got off the island.
Yeah.
They got her.
Yeah.
Your Honor, my client's been free pending arraignment. Now suddenly she's a flight risk?
She's the very definition of a flight risk.
She has one of the most recognizable faces in America. Where's she going to run?
I'm inclined to agree with the people.
Yeah.
Hereby remanded into
Fair.
special custody for the duration of your trial.
You know, that's fair.
Please take the defendant into custody.
Fair.
She's actually going to be in jail for the first time ever.
Look, I'm not saying that she deserves it, but she kind of deserves it.
It's just a little jail, just for the duration of the trial, and it's, I don't think it's general. Is it?
No, it's prison.
Yeah, okay. It's not like the hold up the guy at the courthouse. Yeah, it's the
No.
actual. Yeah.
Oh, Kate.
Is that blood?
I just killed a chicken. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to Miles.
Okay.
Why do you need to talk to him?
Well, that's personal.
No.
No.
And what gives you the right to decide whether or not?
You may think this is a democracy, Kate, because of the way Jack ran things, but this is not a democracy.
Then I guess that makes it a dictatorship.
If I was a dictator, I would just shoot you and go about my day.
That's not quite true.
Hey, Hurley, you bringing that to Miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, Locke asked me to do it.
Cool. That dude keeps me out.
He's still in the rec room, right?
No, I moved him to the boathouse. He just told his Scooby-Doo me did.
I'm sorry.
Just don't tell Locke it was me.
She's like, yeah, I got you. Nobody wants to hurt Hurley. I don't know.
You can tell she felt bad doing that.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. At least she fessed up to it immediately. Hurley's getting better at recognizing though when he's getting chipped.
Do you know who I am? Do you know what I did?
What did you do? I'll tell you what you want to know, but you gotta do something for me first.
I'm not letting you go.
I don't want to be let go. I'm exactly where I want to be. What I want is 1 minute of someone's time. You bring him to me, and I will tell you everything I know about you.
What?
Who do you think?
Why does she want to know what he knows? I mean, obviously he knows who she is. So she already got the answer to the question. What?
If you go to trial, Kate, you're looking at 20 years on each count, not to mention a life sentence on the murder charge.
No more.
Kate, you confessed to your mother that you killed your father, and now she's their star witness. So you tell me, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to win this?
Her own mother's testifying against her.
I see we've got one shot at this. And make it about character. Not about what you did or didn't do, but about who you are.
Yeah, and she's a shit person.
I want him in the courtroom.
Absolutely not.
We need him, Kate. It'll generate tremendous sympathy.
Duncan, listen to me. You are not bringing him in here. You are not using my son.
Maybe we should try a number other than the boat, like 911.
Julia.
Can you get Aaron for me? Yeah, I'm just not very good with babies.
It's okay. I'm the same way, Kate. I'm like, I don't want to drop him.
Please rise.
It's interesting though. Do we know what year this is?
We have no idea how much.
Well,
I mean, these kind of things take forever to finally go to trial.
Yeah.
We got killed in the opening. I had to do this.
Let's see all
The
this.
defense calls Dr. Jack Shepard to the witness stand.
So interesting, them showing up in each other's flash forwards, because of course they would. They know each other.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. On September 22nd, 2004, Miss Austin and I were both passengers on Oceanic Flight 815, which crash landed on an island in the South Pacific.
Were you aware that Miss
South
Austin was
Pacific.
a fugitive
I did learn that eventually, yes.
from the U.S. Marshal?
No, the marshal died in the crash.
That's a
Keith
lie.
Austin told me. Only 8 of us survived the crash. We landed in the water. In fact, if it weren't for her, I would have never made it to the shore. She tried to save the other 2, but they didn't.
Stop.
Miss Austin, please sit
This has
down.
nothing to do with anything.
Miss Dunbrook, your witness.
Do you love the defendant?
Objection.
You open this door, Mr. Forrester. I'm going to allow it.
No, not anymore.
So that's the story they told everyone? Why'd they lie?
So maybe only 8 people got off the island, but then there's 6.
They said 8 survived the initial crash.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Can I come in?
sure. I believe you know my roommate.
Fairly.
Hey, Kate. Got something in your eye? You go.
What the heck? So you're being a jerk.
You are terrible at this, Reynolds.
Terrible at what?
You already said you didn't stay behind for me. So at least be woman enough to tell me you want to use me for something.
I want to use you for something.
See? Wasn't that hard? For what?
For Ben. I want you to help me bust him out.
Want to play some backgammon?
You're on.
It's that easy with Locke.
And the rest of the group, what are they saying?
I think they're saying bye. But I ain't so sure about it, Kate. I need your word. You ain't gonna do nothing to her.
Why would I do anything?
Just give me your word, John.
Have my word.
Said she wanted my help busting Ben out of your basement. She talked to that guy, Bruce Lee from the freighter, the guy you got locked up. He told her to bring Ben down to him for a chat.
No, that's impossible. She doesn't even know where Miles is.
What? The boathouse down by the dock? If Hugo knows, everybody knows.
Whatever Miles has to say to Ben, you can say to me.
Oh, he's still tied up, at least.
You got 1 minute. Go.
You know who I work for?
Yes.
You know he's put a lot of time and energy into finding you. And now I found you. And I can tell him exactly where you are. Or I can lie and tell him you're already dead. And I'd be willing to do that for $3.2 million.
You've arranged this meeting so you could blackmail me?
It's extortion if you want to get technical.
3.2. Why not 3.3 or 3.4?
I mean, yeah.
What makes you think I have access to that kind of money?
Do not treat me like I'm one of them. Like I don't know who you are and what you can do.
Your friend Charlotte has seen me. She knows I'm alive.
I'll take care of Charlotte. You just worry about getting me the money. You have 2 days.
My present situation is a little bit restricted. Can that be amended?
Okay. 1 week. In cash. Don't even think about it!
I said time's up!
We got your name when you called the freighter. Your name is Catherine Ann Austin. You're wanted for murder, fraud, arson, a whole bunch of other stuff I can't remember. You're a fugitive. If I were you, I'd stay right here on the island.
Well, why does she need to know that?
She wanted to know if they would turn her over as soon as she got rescued.
Duh, what the fuck?
But they don't know who she is, then they have no reason to.
She went through all that just... It was obvious that he knew who she was. You didn't need to go through all that, Kay. What the fuck? You can't tell from...
You okay?
When someone says, oh, I could tell you if you want, then yes, they know who you... Like, what? Come on, girl. So... You do not need to go through all that to get your answer. He just basically told you. So stupid.
John,
I don't need to know why you did what you did, Kate. I just need to know what they said to each other.
Miles told Ben that he would lie to the people he works for on the boat. Tell them that Ben was dead for $3.2 million. Listen, John, I'm sorry. I asked you where he was.
You're not welcome here anymore. I want you gone by morning.
Why won't you talk to me?
Well, I don't know.
The last time I tried to talk to you, you screamed for help and called the police.
Please. I don't want to fight with you guys.
Shut the fuck up. She's worse than Kate. I see where Kate gets her problems from.
It all changed when I thought you were dead.
Oh, I wonder why that is. I realized how much I love you and not the abusive husband that I had and was protected.
Given me 6 months to live for the last 4 years. I don't know how long I'm going to last.
That's fine.
I'm here to tell you. I don't want to testify against you.
Then don't.
I was like, yeah, then don't. What? But I have
I
to.
want to see my grandson.
Extortion.
I don't want you anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Let me meet my grandson or I'll testify against you.
Right? What kind of... See, this is where Kay gets it. Her fucking mother is a piece of shit.
Yeah, she never really had a chance between her dad and her mom.
Look, if your mother is literally gonna choose your abusive husband that she knows is abusive to not only her, but her daughter doesn't do anything about it ever and still defends him and betrays her daughter after she... Yeah.
He wants me gone by tomorrow.
What? Banished you?
Well, I unbanish you.
This is my house.
No.
Okay, me and Montezuma's house. I'll keep you safe. Queen of diamonds. E6. Clubs. Sorry. The red 10 of hearts, maybe.
It's 2 out of 3. It's progress.
3 cards, Charlotte. Is that progress? Hey.
People on the island want to talk to their friends, make sure they're all right.
What? Friends? So the helicopter was with you?
Uh-oh. Did he not stay on the bearing?
Morning.
No sitting down.
Open your mouth. Quiet. Don't talk. Bite down. Bite down. I realized that when I tied you up yesterday, I made the mistake of failing to introduce myself. My name is John Locke, and I'm responsible for the well-being of this island. Eventually, Miles, you're going to tell me who you are. In the meantime, however, you're going to keep your mouth shut. Enjoy your breakfast.
I'm not pregnant.
I mean, woo!
Would it have been the worst thing in the world?
Yes, it would have been the worst thing in the world.
I'm going back to the beach.
Don't make this about me, Kate. You didn't want a baby any more than I. You're just looking for some excuse to split, and now you got one. Well, that's all right, Freckles. I ain't gonna hold it against you. Because in about a week, you'll find some reason to get pissed at Jack and bounce right back to me.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. She needs an excuse to run.
Yeah.
My key witness spoke to her daughter yesterday, and now she's got cold feet.
She didn't go through with it.
Kate Austin is a worldwide hero who saved 5 other people's lives after a plane crash. And after all that, you put this woman on trial for rescuing her mother from an abusive husband. If you think that jury is going to give her actual time, you must have a hell of a closing, Melissa.
Time served plus 10 years probation and agreement that she does not leave the state.
What does that matter? She can go anywhere.
I'll take it. I just want this to be over. I have a child. I'm not going anywhere. You know, Jack, I've heard you say that story so many times. I'm starting to think you believe it.
I just wanted to tell you that what I said in there, I didn't mean it.
You want to follow me? Come by for a visit.
Maybe you and I could grab some coffee together or something.
I know why you don't want to see the baby, Jack. But until you do, until you want to, there's no you and me going for coffee.
So Jack freaked out about the baby? Why do you think that was?
Probably something to do with Sawyer.
Yeah.
Like, they kill Sawyer. And it reminds him of Sawyer. I don't know. Damn, my bad. Shit.
Yeah. California home. Although she got a huge settle. I mean, they're all rich now.
I mean, yeah. Interesting though. I wonder how many years this is. Because, like, yeah, like you said, childs take a long time.
Yeah. But she gave birth and has a child, so the age of the child.
I need to see how old his child is.
Yeah.
Because they wanted the son to testify, so that means he's old enough to speak.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, probably like 6 or 7, maybe 8. I swear to God, he's like 14. Okay. He looks quite young.
It's like 4, maybe.
They wanted a 4-year-old to testify?
It's adorable. Oh, look at that blonde hair.
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Aaron.
Who's Aaron again?
That's Claire's baby.
Oh. Right. You're weird. It could be that Claire I mean, okay, so we know that Claire is not one of the Oceanic 6.
I remember you were thinking it had to be Claire because 1, Desmond saw it in a vision. And 2, they're not going to kill
Aaron.
Claire and Aaron. But apparently Aaron made it off the island.
But not Claire.
And Kate, well, it's not adopting. She's claiming it's her child. So, Yeah. What do you make of that?
I mean, he wouldn't know otherwise since...
No, he was a baby.
Yeah. So that means if Claire never made it off the island, Aaron thinks that Kate is his actual mom.
Yeah.
Then, okay, Aaron looks about, 4 or 5 maybe.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. It's been a few years.
I'm trying to piece together, when Jack was, going through his addiction. What period that was, because it was it seems like he's clean now. So it's been a few years. So I wonder if that's after this trial or before and then he got clean again.
Yeah.
Because he said he's going back to the hospital. So he got his job back. But...
Or he didn't lose it yet. He technically didn't lose it before, but you know what I mean.
It's either... Yeah, he came back. He was fine. They had the trial. This happened, right? And it's been 4 or 5 years. And then, way down the line, Jack started having drug problems. I don't know. I'm trying to, figure it out.
Yeah, no, the timeline's not clear because they're not really giving out dates and stuff. All we have to go by is essentially Jack.
And then we also don't know at what point Saeed was working for Ben.
No, because he had no connection with anyone.
Yeah.
The only person he met in that flashback was Ben.
Yeah. So.
But we saw Jack, in the first flash forward, the finale last season. He had a full-on beard, and he met Kate.
Yeah.
And Kate was saying, "I gotta go back." He'll wonder where I am.
She was probably talking about Aaron.
Yeah. And then we see in Hurley's flashback, Jack mentions that he wants to grow a beard. Or he's thinking about growing a beard.
Yeah.
So we know that Hurley getting in that car chase and winding up in a mental hospital is before.
It's before he had issues. So that's why I'm but then that still doesn't...
Yeah.
We still don't know whether or not he started having issues after the trial.
Well,
where he doesn't have a beard right now. He
could
have shaved it.
He also apparently has issues with Aaron.
Yeah.
Kate says, "I know why you don't want to see the baby.
Yeah.
But you can't be with me without him.
Yeah.
So we're a package deal.
Yeah.
When you get over it, please reach out. Because, yeah. So, yeah.
But, yeah, I'm
Is the beard, we gotta go back issues connected to those issues she was talking about? Or... Yeah, is that something that happens later?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because, that beard could have been grown out at any point and cut at any point.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, Eggtown. The only thing I think is there's 2 eggs in the beginning.
Maybe.
And he puts a grenade is also sometimes an egg.
Oh, do they call it that?
He feeds him an egg.
Is that what they're called?
I think pineapple is more accurate. But I think I've heard...
I've never heard a grenade called an egg.
Grenades are kind of egg-shaped. Eat your breakfast and puts it in his mouth. Is that why it's called egg? Or is Eggtown a court term?
I don't know.
I've never. I
have no idea.
I don't know. But yeah, Kate.
In the comments, if you know,
please let us know.
Because I have no idea what that's supposed to reference.
Yeah. So the flash forward, Kate finally goes to trial for her crimes.
Mm-hmm. I was wrong.
And. Yeah, the present day is her trying to figure out strategy on how to avoid that when she gets off the island. And she realizes there's no avoid. She can't escape it.
Especially now she's one of the most famous people.
They know exactly who she is. As soon as she gets picked up, she's going in custody. We don't know how that all happens yet, of course. But we know that it does. And she makes a deal. Which is probation. Not even house arrest. Probation.
She just can't leave the state.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
But she has a child now, so why would she want to? So, yeah. Kate more or less gets away with everything. I mean, you can tell she was uncomfortable with the story.
Yeah.
About that she's the one who saved everybody in the plane crash. Jack probably came up with that story to help Kate
Yeah.
But yeah, they said they hit the water, and 8 of them made it out, but only 6 of them ended up getting rescued in the end. I guess 2 died along the way. He never met the marshal. Kate told him that she was a criminal.
I know, right?
Yeah. A lot of lies, but it's interesting to see what the official story is. Because I guess it is a little weird to say what really happened. Like, would people not believe? Like, why change the story?
Could be a Ben thing. Since Saeed is working with Ben.
Saeed said, you want to keep your friends safe? You know, this is what needs to be done. You need to take these people out. So, it could be...
Apparently, Ben is some big hotshot man.
Yeah, Miles saying like, don't act like I'm one of them. Like, I don't know who you are.
And what you can do.
I need $3.2 million. 2 days.
I'm a little busy.
My current situation is a little limited.
I know.
Can it be amended?
He's like,
Why 3.2? Why not 3.3?
I know, that was pretty funny. That was a legit question. It's like, why did it have to be that specific number? I wonder if that was improv or ad-libbed. That'd have been funny.
But yeah, Miles, he's willing to just lie and say, like, he's dead. Found his body. Like, you let me worry about Charlotte. Like, Charlotte saw me. Like, she knows I'm alive. You let me worry about her. You get the money. Yeah, it's interesting. A legit medium is still a con artist.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering, like, why did they... maybe this will tie in later, but, like, what was the point in showing that he's a medium if being a medium has literally nothing to do with what he's doing at all? Except for the fact that he was like, oh, I know that Charlotte or whoever, or Naomi, right, her name? Like, oh, if Naomi, if you guys hurt Naomi, I'll know. Yeah. Other than that.
I'll know how she died.
Yeah, like, other than that, it was like, okay. Like, why did they focus so hard on that he was a medium and that he could, like, speak to ghosts if it doesn't matter at all? Except for Naomi.
It only came up once, but, he's not dead yet.
Well, that's why I'm like, maybe it'll come up later, but I'm like, so far, literally just, except for that one thing, which technically I get, like, they could have figured out another way to, like, know about Naomi. Like, it didn't have to be through the medium. Just, like, that episode felt like a waste.
Well, it wasn't just about him.
Well, I know, but, like, his, like, knowing his about set, his... Yeah, like, because at least with, what's his name? The physicist?
Daniel Faraday.
Yeah, Daniel, right? Like, it makes sense. Like, right? Not just his character, but, like, what he's doing.
Yeah, speaking of which, they were doing some kind of test with the cards. Like a memory test. Yeah. They showed him 3 cards.
His memory's bad or something.
And he's trying to remember what they were. And he's like a super brilliant physicist who understands, like, that light is moving wrong and he knows about the bearing and all that stuff, but he can't remember 3 cards.
Hey, man. I get it. Memory's hard.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That's his
because you don't need memory to logic things out.
Sure. But
rote memorization doesn't really have to do...
We don't know much about the 4 new characters. We know Miles is a con artist and a legit medium. We know Lapidus is the pilot who's supposed to be flying their plane.
Who?
Frank? Frank Lapidus.
Okay, I was like, who's it? Frank.
Yeah,
okay, Frank. Yeah, was a pilot.
Yeah, he who's, had some, I guess, alcohol problems. But Charlotte, we just know she's some kind of archaeologist, and
she's an archaeologist.
And Dan, we know, is a physicist who's weird. He's got weird brain.
He's just
stuff.
a little quirky.
Yeah,
a little quirky.
But his flashback, I think, was probably the shortest of the 4. It was just him watching the newsfeed crying, and he didn't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why did they spend that whole time on Miles.
Miles probably had the longest
And,
flashback.
like, they didn't do anything with it. It was like...
Yeah, they were showing, like, what he
like,
can do.
oh, he's weirder. Like, he can talk to ghosts. It's like, okay. And then they did not bring it back up. And I was like, so? Like, you telling me he's going to talk to all the dead people on this island? Like, what's happening? Like, he should be able to hear, like, literally everyone. He should be able... Like, theoretically, if he is a medium, he should be able to, like, know everyone who's been on that island and who's died on that island. Theoretically.
Maybe he does. Or maybe that's not how it works.
I don't... But see, that's what I mean. Like, okay, he's, like... He's just been, like, extorting people.
Yeah, because he...
And being sarcastic.
Because he's some kind of criminal, also.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I mean... But if they were going to focus on that... Like, that the fact that he's doing all this, like, shady shit. Why do we need to know he's a medium? Like, that could have been, like, an offhanded, like, oh, yeah, BT dubs, I can talk to ghosts. And then that would have been fine. Like, just spend, like, 2 minutes on it. And that would have been, like, oh, okay. Like, they never explained the shadow monster, but it's there. But they didn't really spend that long on the shadow monster. They just kind of reference it once in a while, you know? See, so I'm okay with that. Because, like, they haven't explained anything. But they haven't spent a significant time around this monster enough to be like... Yeah,
it was mostly season 1. And then he just pops up every now and then. And the other, like, at least once per season, he's shown up.
Yeah, like... I mean, because season 1 was just, like, showing you how weird the island was, right? So, like, they're setting up... the world and world building. So that made sense. But now that we're in season 4, and if they're going to show like flash forwards and flashbacks and introduce new characters and try to make us like care about them, to like show us something in, like that's... Because like I feel like they wouldn't show anything that's not important. So that's why I'm like, why do we care that he's a medium? Well, if he's just...
Then it will be important.
Well, hopefully, I'm hoping.
Okay.
Fingers crossed that it comes into play very significantly later. Because, yeah, the rest of them, even with Charlotte, it's like her... Like, they didn't spend that much time, right? She was literally just like, oh, I'm an archaeologist. I'm doing this dig.
She found a polar bear skeleton wearing a Dharma collar in the Tahitian desert.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that was quick. It wasn't like, it was just to show like a connection to the project and like why she was hired, right?
Yeah.
But with Miles, it was like, why were you hired? Like, what does your ghost powers have to do with Dharma or like anything? Like, what is your skill set? Like, what is your skill set for this expedition? Even what's his name? The main dude. Oh fuck, what's his name? The one that hired Naomi, or the one that was like the one that talked to Hurley at the mental institution. Was
Abaddon. Something Abaddon. Yeah.
Even he was like, or they were like mentioning how he was like a ghostbuster.
Yeah, like was it a head case archaeologist, a drunk, and a ghostbuster? Like, what am I supposed to do with this team? He's like, they were all chosen for specific reasons on this mission. Like,
yeah. So I understand for like, I mean, I still don't understand Daniels because like he started crying, right? And but like it makes sense they would want a physicist because
the island's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So that he makes sense. Frank obviously makes sense because he's a pilot.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to fly the oceanic flight. Mm-hmm. And then archaeologist also kind of makes sense because you don't know what the fuck's going on the island. Also, she found a polar bear in the desert, which had Dharma, so she already knows about.
Presumably.
Yeah, presumably she already knows.
Yeah.
But Miles makes no sense.
Man, talking to ghosts is useful. Like a legit medium is useful in a mission where you're trying to find someone on an island.
See, it would, but they haven't. His
powers is not what led him to Ben at all.
Yeah,
it was straight up just
he just extorted people.
Someone told him where Ben was.
Yeah,
or Jack knew where he was, and he went with Saeed.
Yeah,
and he got tricked.
Yeah, like none of this was based on his skill set. He literally, I mean, I guess it would, but whatever. Like if they had pegged him like Sawyer as a con artist, right, or like he was like a criminal already like extorting people for like generally, and then it would make sense, like this stuff. But like if you're gonna show him and present him to us, the audience, as just a medium, and then be like, oh, but he's a con artist and like basically a mercenary. Like he's basically a mercenary. It's like it doesn't add up. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of bad writing. Just just me.
Time will
Miles.
tell.
Yeah. Hopefully it comes into play later. Maybe I'm gonna eat my words on. For all of you who have already watched all of this.
Let's move on to some of the mysteries. Dan's memory. What's the story there?
Yeah.
And
the site. I mean, obviously, where are the people that were in the helicopter?
I forgot about that. That's
what
right.
happened to them?
Jack and Juliet are trying to call the freighter like all day because Saeed and Desmond left on a helicopter.
And they're like, what?
And
who? What are you talking about?
Right.
So, yeah, what happened to them?
Missing helicopter.
And they've been gone for at least a day.
Yeah.
A whole day.
Saeed.
I mean, we know Saeed's okay.
And Desmond.
And Frank.
Oh yeah, Frank too.
Because he's flying. So yeah.
Yeah, they're gone and no one knows where they are. So yeah, did they not stay on the bearing? Did they get stuck in the snow globe like Desmond did for 2 weeks?
Oh no.
He said they only had enough fuel to make it to the boat, and then they can fuel up and do whatever. So if they were off course and were just trapped in like the infinite staircase or whatever,
they would have had to.
They would have run out of fuel and crashed again. So yeah. And then of course, how did Kate end up with Aaron? Yeah.
So now, I'm thinking, I wonder if Aaron is part of the Oceanic Six. Like, if he's considered one of the Oceanic Six.
If he is, then that means there's only one left.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't know. Would he be considered?
It's a gray area. Because
he technically is a baby when he gets rescued. So he's
Aaron would have been rescued. But Aaron would not have been born.
Yeah, but
when the plane crashed.
I know, but
then been born after. I know. So, yeah, is it? That's kind of a question. Is Aaron the fifth, or does Aaron not count? And there's two more.
I'm gonna say he doesn't count.
Because you want two more.
Well,
because that means technically there's 7 survivors.
But I think
you squeeze more out of it.
It might just be because if they think that if they thought Aaron was Kate's son, and obviously she wasn't pregnant on the plane.
Says who?
Like, I don't think he's part of it.
Okay.
Because they probably like also have the manifesto. They wouldn't have seen Aaron on there.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been on the manifest. Yeah.
Or they might not even know about Aaron. Because she keeps saying to people like, my son. I have a son. My son. And it's been a few years. So they might not even know that he was born on the island. Like, she could have just lied and said, oh yeah, I had someone, like, I got pregnant when I was rescued. Because he's young enough to pass for, like, if she had a baby when she got back, and it's only, like, it's 9 months, right? So
it depends on how they actually get off the island.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, do these freighter people actually bring them to safety?
Yeah.
In which case, it's like you're Kate Austin, you're holding a baby. But if like they find some other secret way off the island or then they can say or do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's why I'm like it does depend, but I don't think he's part of the Oceanic Six.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't have been on the manifesto either. So
yeah. Okay, well, that was season 4, episode 4. What did y'all think? Let us know in the comment section below. Do we have a question for the comment section?
Not a question, but I was just like, the egghead thing, it's like if you...
Oh, yeah.
Or Eggtown.
Let us know what Eggtown, if that's like a turn of phrase or a
If
thing.
any of you know, let us know.
Yeah, let us know, because, I don't know that one.
No idea.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Join us next time. Bye. Oh, and you want to watch next week's episode, you can do it right now on Patreon. Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying.